is it more of a set piece now? It's just two teams with quite interesting. Well, it's always interesting, Manchester United versus Arsenal, but quite interesting starts to the season. United now recovering, Arsenal winning 5 in a row. Quite glad Arsenal have done that because, in a way, from my perspective at least, the pressure is very much lessened in that 15 points after 6 games, if they lose, is a very good return. They'll still be above Tottenham, even if Tottenham win, and that's who they basically judge themselves against these days in a race for the top 4. But yeah.
Well, let me ask you. I mean, so Man United have won 3 on the bounce, but the thing that struck me most is defensively they look brilliant all of a sudden. They really, really do.
Not conceding goals. So this is sort of 1-0, 1-0, and Arsenal historically, obviously whatever that counts for. Historically, Arsenal's record at Man United is so weird in that it's not great. But no one's record there is great until they started being a bit crap last 2 seasons. But so were Arsenal. They've only ever won basically 1-0 in the Premier League when they've won at Man United. It's very, very sort of interesting. So even if Arsenal were to win, if it goes by that longer term trend of like a tight kind of relatively feisty game, you could see Arsenal winning at 1-0, but probably not running away with it, winning 2-0. So you'd think Manchester United +1 might be quite a good bet, but that's actually very short, even though when you look at the match odds here, they're both very high for like a favourite. If they switch around, 2.72 is about as high as you could back a favourite. But it has moved around when United won, and such when Arsenal won, the price is going up and down. So the market doesn't really know. But what they're pretty sure about is that both of them will get a goal. Whereas, 2.52 is too high a price. It should be maximum of 2.32 based on their last couple of seasons. And hopefully that will get matched in the first 15 minutes as a nice scalp. But you could see a more cagey, feisty one. And even if they do both score, it could be more like second half when it opens up a bit.
Yeah,
even though Arsenal have been looking good attacking wise, not so good at the back on occasion, but Manchester United actually haven't. They scored twice against Liverpool. Maybe people are expecting in front of a home crowd them to come out very hard and fast, in a big game again. But also, that fast start. All right, they got a goal. But also the last 2 games against Southampton and Leicester, they won on 1-0. They didn't exactly have bucketloads of great chances. They were the far better team at Leicester, but and perhaps should have got a second. But they've not blown anyone away. And then just 3 games ago, they were absolutely terrible.
Yeah, I know. It's bizarre, isn't it?